5 days is probably pushing it, at least here on Snapchat. I'm wondering if you guys are going to get bored of me talking about jet lag. Last night, I picked up Megan from work, and I don't know what time I went to bed, but I'm sure I was in bed by 1 o'clock. I couldn't fall asleep, so rather than get out of bed, I decided to just pick up a book and start reading. So I continued reading The Fellowship of the Ring. I finally noticed myself getting a little bit tired, and so I think I probably fell asleep somewhere around 2:30 in the morning. The problem is that I woke up from a really odd dream just around 4 o'clock in the morning. It's currently 6:44 a.m. and I've been up since I woke up from that dream. I went ahead and got out of bed about 5 o'clock this morning, put on some workout clothes, and came down and fixed myself some breakfast. My thinking was that, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Why don't I just go ahead and get up, stay up, and get into a good routine? I was just about ready to go ahead and start my day with a cardio workout. But then I realized I've got less than 2 hours of sleep. So now I have a dilemma. Do I go ahead and go back to sleep, maybe get another 4 hours in, or do I stay up? It is 8:47 a.m. and I've made a decision. Sleep is pretty important. I'm setting an alarm for 1 p.m. I'm going to try to get at least 4 more hours of sleep, and then I'll get some work done this afternoon. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I did wake up to my alarm at 1 p.m. I got a solid 4 hours of sleep, fixed myself lunch, and I noticed that there were a couple vital emails that have come in that I'm going to process before I go and get an afternoon workout in. The best part about my email inbox is that 2 of the emails are registrations for my next session of Podcasting A to Z that's coming up on March 14th. I haven't done anything since I left for New Zealand to promote Podcasting A to Z. It's a good sign. I think we're going to have another sold out session. It is now 4:13 in the afternoon and I have achieved email inbox 0. But I do see some people have sent me some private Facebook messages. All right, it is now 4:30. I've cleared out all of my messages in Facebook. Just a note, I prefer email, cliff@podcastanswerman.com. I tend to only use Facebook Messenger when I'm out of the country, like when I was in New Zealand recently and in the UK last year. The reason is because I take my SIM card out of my phone and I pick up some kind of temporary SIM card from the country that I'm in. When I'm in those other countries, Facebook Messenger makes it super easy for me to stay in contact with everyone, including family, while I'm traveling, as long as I have internet connection. But when I get home, I immediately go into the settings on my iPhone and turn off all notifications from Facebook Messenger, and then I go back to only checking it once a month. So if you have something that you really want to get in touch with me about, send me an email, cliff@podcastanswerman.com. I just got an invitation to promote a contest for a company. I'll go ahead and tell you it's for MoviePass.com. I wanted to know if I would use my podcast content and my social media channels to help promote a contest where they're going to give away a free MoviePass subscription for 1 year to one person. I told them that I wasn't interested in advertising a contest to my community where only one person out there could win. I did tell them that I was familiar with their service and that I almost signed up for it twice, but abandoned the shopping cart each time. I was very authentic and told them you might think it's crazy as far as the reason why I abandoned the shopping cart, but I told him I just lost over 70 pounds. I don't think he was expecting it, but I also shared my before and after photos, and I told him that even though I made a lot of lifestyle changes, my one piece of kryptonite is movie theater popcorn. I don't even put that stuff that they put on top of your popcorn. They call it butter sometimes, but I think it's more like motor oil. But still, even what they cook it in it's just not healthy for you, I don't think. I mean, and the number of calories, and I just can't seem to stop eating it. Anyway, I did tell the guy, I said, listen, if you were interested in giving myself and Stephanie free MoviePass subscriptions, that Stephanie and I would be sure to mention the MoviePass subscription service that every time we saw a movie using it, both in our podcast and in social media. Personally, I think it would be a good deal for them. I'll see if he responds. I'm not holding my breath though. It's 5 o'clock. Stephanie's home from getting the kids from school, and Megan has dance tonight. I'm gonna go find out what else is happening this evening. It is now 7 o'clock in the evening. I have done the dishes. Stephanie made dinner, and I've done the dishes again. It doesn't seem like anybody else in my family wants to work out with me tonight, but I do want to get a workout in. We had spaghetti bolognese. Worst sounding name of food ever, but it actually doesn't taste nearly as bad as it sounds. Anyway, that's what we had for dinner, and I really enjoyed it, but I need probably at least 45 minutes for that to settle before I go and do any kind of workout. While I'm waiting, I'm tempted to either sit here and talk to you guys for a bit or go downstairs and try to do something. I think I've decided that I want to sit here and talk to you guys for a moment about something that I've been thinking about. But before I do, I have a question for you in the next snap. How many of you are actually hearing what I'm saying right now? That you're actually watching this and paying attention to what I'm sharing when I talk from snap to snap? Of course, Snapchat will tell me how many people view each of my snaps, but it's going to tell me that you watched this snap, whether you watched 1 second of this snap or if you watched all 10 seconds of this snap. There are a couple of friends that I follow on Snapchat, and when they talk like this and they carry out a conversation from snap to snap to snap, I admit that sometimes I lose interest and I just click through. Yeah, and I wonder if you guys are doing that to me. But here's the thing. There are some friends of mine who are sharing content on Snapchat in their stories in a way that does not appeal to me. I'll try to explain. There are some of my friends that I follow, and their entire Snapchat story is all about marketing them and their business. This is my program. This is my webinar. They go on and on about who they just got off of Skype with and what interviews you can go listen to and where you can follow them in other social media channels and mailing lists and about everything else that they have to promote or sell. It's all about marketing for them. That's boring to me, and I tap through those stories. And then there are some folks that I follow that it's like they're wearing a mask. Like they have this facade of greatness, that their life is awesome all the time. It's like every single time they snap, they are so darn excited about every single second in every day of their life. Wow, their life is awesome. And then there are another group of people that I follow, and it seems like they're always trying to be the sage teaching expert. These are the ones that say, here are the 10 things you need to know today to be successful. Here is the way that you need to think about this. If you're struggling with this, your problem is probably that you're not doing this, and here's how you can fix it. I have to admit, it's pretty exhausting at times. And I had to decide a while back that I couldn't just follow everyone who was following me. The thing is, though, is I still follow a lot of those people because as much as the way that they share their content isn't appealing to me, the reality is some of those people that I'm referring to, they're my really close friends. I mean, really close friends. Here's the thing, though. I think that different types of content appeal to different types of people. While I may not be all that keen on watching the Snapchat stories of the types of individuals I've told you about, the reality is that most of the people that I'm following, that I continue to follow, but I don't enjoy their snaps, they have a very large online following. And so I'm cool with that, But my question is I'm wondering how many of you actually give a crap what I'm saying right now. How many of you have watched my entire Snapchat story without actually tapping through everything? It'd be cool if Snapchat would give us that metric. Here's how you can let me know. There are 2 ways. First thing is that you may have noticed that sometimes when you're watching a Snapchat story, there's a little plus button at the bottom and you can swipe up to leave a chat message. And if you don't know this already, I probably shouldn't tell you. But if you don't see that button at the bottom, it means that I'm not following you. The sad thing is that I could have potentially just lost 1/3 of my followers here on Snapchat as I've just revealed that I might not be following you. I hate that. But I believe in being real and authentic. And if I'm not following you, there's a reason for it. It's not necessarily anything that anyone has done to cause me to unfollow. It's more of a question of what causes me to follow someone. Talk about that another time, but not right now. What I want to know is who is following me? Who made it this far into the story? There are a few different ways that you can tell me. The first way is that if I am following you, which I don't follow very many people, but if I am, you can swipe up and leave me a chat message and say, I'm following. By the way, there is a bug that I've noticed in Snapchat when you send those little text chats from swiping up. One thing I can tell you is that if the option for you to swipe up and leave a chat message is there, I am not blocking you. If the chat box is at the bottom, that means I am following you and you can send the message. But if you get an error that says chat can't be sent or Cliff can't receive messages, it's a bug inside of Snapchat. All you need to do is swipe over to the left, I think it's 2 times, and go into your private snaps where you go back and forth in private snap. You'll see my name at the top of the private snap list, and you should be able to do something like tap to resend and it'll go through. The second option to let me know that you're following this story all the way through is just to go straight into the private snap section and just send me a snap. My current settings have it set so that anyone on Snapchat can send me a private snap. I have not turned that off. However, the easiest way that every single person can let me know that they are watching this story all the way through, and it's super easy. All you need to do is get ready to screenshot the next snap. When you screenshot the next snap, Snapchat will tell me. I'll keep you guys posted. For right now, though, I'm going to see what this little girl's up to. I've just determined that McKenna Ravenscraft is officially my favorite child. Why, you might ask? She is the only one who rinsed her own bowl after eating her dinner. All right, McKenna, what's up? What you doing? Stuff. What stuff?
Because Snapchat, I don't appreciate it.
You don't appreciate Snapchat?
No.
Why not? She thinks I talk too much on Snapchat.
I never said that.
What did you say then?
People use it.
She says it's because people use it and she doesn't like people. I think she's kidding. However, sometimes, maybe she's not kidding so much. But tonight I think she is. It is now 9 p.m. and I've been getting lots of private snaps from you folks and many screenshots as well. Thank you so much for letting me know that you enjoy this. The one thing I can tell you is now that I've gotten the feedback that I've received, I feel compelled to do something to preserve this content moving forward. For a while, I was putting my Snapchat stories into the podcast called The Cliff Ravenscraft Show. I'm not too crazy about putting vertical video into the podcast feed any longer. I mean, it's suited its purpose, but I'm kind of done with that now. Basically, the Cliff Ravenscraft Show got all of my Snapchat stories all the way up to the final day that I spent in New Zealand. It's just the fact that the podcast app is not designed to play vertical video full screen, no matter what I do. And not to mention the fact that there are many people who subscribe to the podcast using Overcast and other apps like Stitcher, which only play audio from podcasts. They completely ignore video altogether or convert the video to audio only. I'm pretty sure that I found a way to upload my Snapchat stories to YouTube without the audio-video sync problems. I'm currently reprocessing all of the video files from my Snapchat stories so that I can upload them as vlog posts on my YouTube channel. I have a feeling this is going to take a while. I'm a little bit embarrassed because I spent probably 30 minutes trying to convert episode 639 of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show to a vlog episode on my YouTube channel. But episode 639 of the Cliff Ravenscraft Show was actually 3 vlog posts put together. And it turns out that those 3 Snapchat stories were already uploaded to my YouTube channel. If you add up all of the days that I want to include onto my YouTube channel, including this one, that's a total of 23 Snapchat stories that I need to convert and upload. I'm going to take a break. And the reason why is because I cannot allow this project to derail me from what's most important today. And that's getting some cardio in.
Used to spend my nights out in the ballroom.
I just gave, I think, a 10-minute one-on-one consulting session via private Snapchats. All right, back to some music. I still got another 15 minutes on this elliptical. Whew. And this, my friends, is what we call a satisfyingly soaking wet shirt. Whew. Best 45 minutes of the day so far. Guys, it is now 4:27 in the morning. I've been up all night, but not because of jet lag. I have been up all night long converting all of my previous Snapchat story vlog posts over to YouTube videos. I'm almost completely up to date with uploading all the vlog posts that I've done on Snapchat so far. I've created a playlist for the vlog, and you can find it at cliffeotc.com. This is actually really good news, by the way. I really do believe the jet lag is probably behind me, and the fact that I was up all night with this, it's a good sign that I'm really fully engaged into something that is work mindset related. Anyway, I want to go ahead and also get this vlog post up as well. And so with that, I'm going to wrap things up and say good night or good morning.